Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King. What's happening, everybody? So I'm going to talk about some crypto, because everybody's lying to everybody about crypto. Nobody knows what it is. I know what it is because I got hustled and robbed by a gang of, I think, international flight attendants, where they just fly across the globe. They buy burner phones in every country they land. They use these burner phones. They get on Facebook and all your dating apps, and they communicate with the people around them, and then they befriend you, and they try to just get you to invest into a crypto exchange, and then people do, and then when you try to extract your money out of the exchange, they're like, you find out that it's a ransom scam. So that's what happened to me. So I learned a whole bunch of stuff about international trading, international crypto exchanges. When it said it's backed up by a certain government, it's not. So if you're in America, you only use Coinbase. So what crypto is in general, anyways, I thought I knew what it was, and it's a new fad that's being pushed as it's a way around inflation and money storage, and it's not. What it is an international tradable stock. So most stocks are investments in companies that create GDP growth. This is not a company that creates GDP growth. This is a stock that you invest in that is internationally traded as some kind of potential currency technology, blockchain. So when you get in at the bottom level before the stock rises, that's storage for your money. You're going to be in at the bottom. It's never going to go lower than that. You've essentially stored what you invested into that. Stop your money from depreciating through inflation, and you're at the bottom. But what it's tied to then is a pump and dump scheme. So as more people invest and that stock rises, the desire and the intent to get rich for what it is it's hard for people not to resist to just dump their stock and then make that profit, so when it rises up and it's at its peak, most of the people at the bottom sell their stock and then just make all that money, wait for it to drop, and then reinvest in the Bitcoin again, and they just made themselves, depending on how much they invested, hundreds of thousands. It's a pump and dump scheme. So they always ride the wave, pull out, and they're just making $100,000, $1 million. Musk made like 20 million or 20 billion. It just depends on whatever you invest in. It's that amount. You can almost essentially double it if you get at the bottom. So at the bottom, it's money storage and tied to a pump and dump scheme. It's an international tradable stock. It's not backed by a military. It's not backed by a government. It's not regulated. So it's essentially black market transactions. It will never be used as a currency, mainstream. There's no way to return products, guys. There's no way to return products. If you want to do international wire transfers, you can still use the SWIFT banking system. That's what we have. And then your banks will be regulation points. So if you got fraud on the other end, you just call your bank up, they call that bank up, then the police can investigate people on, and then you can get down to like the fraud, and they can reverse wire transactions. With crypto, once you send that off to the other wallet, it's gone. Once you put it in that exchange, it's gone. It's out of everybody's reach. I think the FBI has a division that might be able to look into some stuff for you, but not that international fraud type. But that's gone. It's gone. So crypto, you gotta be careful with. It's a lie. What crypto is, it has a blockchain technology. It's a stock, internationally tradable, but it's for countries that are, well, what you could do with it, and it's very limited what you can do with crypto. When a country's currency is collapsing, they're going to war internally, there's a power struggle or something, it's breaking down, your currency is devaluing and it's about to collapse, you take your earnings of that currency when you're in that country, you put it all into Bitcoin if you can, and then you get the hell out of that country, you go to a neighboring country, that country that you were in collapses, their money's gone, they burn it, all the goods, they can't trade it anymore, and they're going to war with the regime or rebel group. You're in the next country, you exchange your crypto that you invested into the neighboring country's currency, and you saved the wealth that you had your whole life just didn't burn, and now you're just a migrant with nothing starting over. You put your wealth in the crypto, and then you went to the neighboring country and exchanged it. That's what crypto can be used for. That's what's positive about crypto, and that's all you can say about crypto. Is kind of like positive. It's not kind of double-sided, shady, pump and dump scheme, market flip, stock market. Just it's for destabilizing currencies and moving to another country and exchanging it, saving your life basically. And now on the flip side of that, there's the SWIFT banking system globally. And when America regulates you and puts a sanction on you and doesn't want you to trade certain ways, you can't use that banking system. So the way around it is Bitcoin transactions. So Russia can still trade with China stuff that they're not supposed to do through crypto. So black market money transfers at whatever price that you want. It's not traceable. It's not reversible. It's a unregulated bank, and it's for black market money. So then, whether or not your country accepts crypto and then wants to wash all that money into their currency, the available currency, that's another story up to be questioned. So America does accept it. You can go to Coinbase. They're in New Jersey, and they accept it, but then they charge you fees, and then a lot of it is, that's the exchange. That's where everything's questionable. If they're going to accept crypto and charge you a fee, and then you get to have the currency of your country. Questionable currency transfers. But so that's crypto in a nutshell. International stock, tradable, pump and dump scheme. Not regulated. It'll never be the global digital currency. Everybody pushing this stuff, they just don't know. I know because I got ripped off. I was into this stuff and I invested and got scammed. When I pulled it out, they just kept charging me fees. Found out that it was a ransom scam and there's no way to get my money out. Told the cops and the feds and everything, there's nothing you can do. Don't do that. I didn't know. It's not a big deal. I learned a lot. And that's how I know. That's why I'm telling everybody too. So, the global digital currency, no. It's not even going to be New World Order global digital currency. There's no way that's ever going to be possible because it's not traceable. There's no returnable. We'll never be able to trade goods. You get a bad good, you never be able to exchange it. Simple as that. That's not how you do business. It'll never be functional business. It's black market banking transactions. It's simple. And then the good side of that is that you can invest in your country before it breaks down. But if we go to a global New World Order, then that'll never happen ever again. So, and then we're already at digital money in America. So most of this money is just already on a computer system anyway. So there's only so much fiat money in circulation. It's a fractional reserve banking system that's fractions of gold. And we're off the gold standard since the 70s. So we're not even backed by gold anymore. It's basically paper money. Half of it they print off. We're supposedly 30 trillion in debt. I think BlackRock has 10 trillion to themselves. Print off trillions every year, every presidential change. The fact that they print trillions off and then they still take tax money from us and then they give us tax returns, it's just a joke. The IRS is a complete joke. Everybody knows it too. So it's like there's no reason to even charge people taxes if you're going to print trillions off. And then we have to quantitatively ease just to keep this economy afloat, just to keep this country up. So it's just like we failed in 2008. We're just being strung along, guys. If you want to back your money up and try to avoid hyperinflation or devaluation of your currency, invest in real gold and guns. That's all I can tell you. Just invest in real gold and guns, and that's it. And make sure you have food. When everything breaks down, it's like people with guns are gonna come take your food from you and your gold. So it's like get food and guns and gold. There's no safe. There's nothing safe anymore. They try to just wash their money in assets and try to flip them to constantly keep up with the devaluation of the currency and the hyperinflation, which basically is real estate. And then you're always going to pay high amounts of tax on your real estate. So the real estate game is going away too, especially as BlackRock buys up everything. Cars devalue, cars devalue, Even your house's property value. It's just like giant landowners, and then you got to pay the taxes on that, and then so it's kind of just playing the market all the time and flipping to make a profit, and that's the only way you can like keep your money growing and keep it from devaluing. So it's kind of stupid to save anymore these days. I save because I'm conservative and I want lumps of money for oh shit fund and to invest into certain things. It's purchase power, but you save now, your money depreciates, so in the future it's worth less. So people spend now, and people spend credit, they deficit spend right now. Their credit cards are maxed out, and so they can have the most purchase power in the moment. And so now the feds are balancing it out with higher interest rates, which is how it always should be. No one should be able to get loans for free or live off credit spending if they still want, because when you have the concept of earning and people are just giving everything handed to them and living luxury lives and making a minimum payment on that, like what did they earn? And then they want to act like they earned something. They never did earn it. They're making small payments back, and without the interest rates to hold them accountable, it's like, thanks for giving me this luxury life immediately. Thanks for giving me my business immediately that I can profit. And so it kind of throws the psychology of the people out of whack, where they want you to live within your means. They want you to have a certain amount of kids that you can provide for, and people are just having a bunch of kids, can't provide for them, and then they get their kids taken care of some way or the other with tax money or free money. And now people are just stealing out of the stores and going, I earned it. And I'm like, hell yeah, you earned that shit. You just stole that shit. Got away with it. You earned it. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. That's the definition of earning as well. You took a risk. That's more of a risk than actually taking out a loan with a zero interest rate. So, when it comes down to no risk reward factor, this is all debatable, and this is where psychology's at today. Fucked up. So, what do we do? So yeah, that's crypto in a nutshell. I'll go on. There's so much to talk about. I got so much to talk about, and I'd like for you guys to interact with me to make me smarter, because I have blind spots sometimes, and I don't know everything. So that's the only way I get smarter, is communicating with people. But crypto, at your own risk, do what you want. You get it at the ground level, ride that to the top and dump that, make profit for the now, like what, now, and that's what it is. And if you need to do international trading, do it through the SWIFT banking system, unless you're regulated by the United States government, like Russia, then you can use crypto. Other than that, I would say don't. And all the different types of crypto, I think Bitcoin's the only one that's like got the the technology that's unpenetrable. And that's the only one respected, and no one cares anyways. That knows about it. Warren Buffett don't care either, because I think he's the only one that really has been vocal about it in the past couple of years, saying that it's basically nothing. Because it took me losing a whole bunch of money and figuring it out through myself to realize what it actually is. And it's the first time I've ever put this out on the internet. I've talked to some other people on the internet, but I'm gonna put a video out to help people out, because it's a lie. Don't push crypto. I mean, do what you want, but I just want people to know what crypto is, first of all. And if they, then they know if they can get into it or not, or if they want to get into it. And be careful which exchanges you put in your money into. Make sure you can get that out, and then you're gonna have to watch out for fees. And it's a gamble. It's a risk that you don't need to take. And so there's other ways to invest your money. Diamonds. So yeah, to Russia. So Russia and Ukraine. Oh man, there's so much to talk about, because BlackRock and JP Morgan just invested $400 billion in rebuilding Ukraine. And so that puts America right on the border of Russia with $400 billion investments of American-controlled Ukraine. Zelensky's a puppet. I think that's why the EU and NATO don't want to let Ukraine join, because it's just the big American money wants to sit there, and they're like, no. We don't want to be regulated by the EU or NATO, and then if Russia comes through here again, they're going to be messing with big-time, big corporate American money. And so Putin's pissed. Alexei Navalny, his opposition, is tied to MI6, by the way. He's taking money. There's videos out there with him talking to British intelligence and trying to instigate a movement in Russia and overthrow him. So they just put Alexei Navalny in prison for 15 years because of fraud charges, and now, yesterday, a headline came out. They added 19 extra years to that for extremism. And Putin knows, everybody knows, I know, if I know, they know, the FSB knows. Navalny's tied to MI6 and is just extreme British spy trying to make a movement, and they just gave him 20 extra years. So that's up for the MI6 to get him out. He's going to rot forever. So that's not my problem. But if you guys want to free Navalny, do something about it. But that's what's going on in Ukraine right now. It's the battle. It's the war of the world. Big money. Big money. So then if Russia pushes west, they're going to push west some more. They're running into NATO. They're going to run into big American money. They're running into the EU. It's just like a whole bunch of stuff going on right there at that border. And it's an economic battle. And then, military conflict. That's not going to go away anytime soon. I think Putin will just keep going through. And there's a lot more to talk about, but that's it for now. I just wanted to give a crypto video out. Hopefully this helps somebody out. Always comment if you want. I'll try to get back to you if I can. I'm gonna keep putting more videos out like this, so I'm gonna go viral. I'm calling out a lot of people. I like Alex Jones, except he's a half-truth. He's on London Real now with that guy. That guy's pushing a crypto trade course. And I'm calling that out too. It's a lie. Crypto's a lie. I like Valuetainment. I like Russell Brand. I like Tucker. I like Weon from India. I like BBC. I like Al Jazeera. I watch ABC, NBC, CBS. Watch Fox News. I'm always up on my billionaires list. I want to know what's going on. Harvard literature released, MIT's released literature. Everything that's really going down with everything. I'm always into the spy agencies. I know all the branches of intelligence, patent property around the world globally. We're in the Huawei satellite tech. Everything's getting regulated. So it's a battle. It's a market battle. It's a banking battle. It's a whole bunch of stuff going on all the time. It's a game too, a power struggle game. And, so I'm going to put videos out, keep everybody updated on stuff that I think that a lot of people should probably hear my point of view on. And I know it's going to help out a lot of younger people than me, and I'll set them straight. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. You know what it is. I'll be back with another one. I'm gonna do cologne videos too, where it's just cologne, so you guys don't have to hear this, but I'll mix it up, fragrances and crazy stuff, and global, discussions. Just cologne videos too, and then mix it up all the time. Keep it interesting. But all right, thanks for watching. You know what it is. Hasta luego.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Anointed One, aka
Fragrance King.